put a little chicken on there. And then just get some of these nice, wonderful veggies. Just kind of put it around there. A little bit with some of the juice. Oops. There we go. A little bit, some of these tomatoes got another tomato or two. Oh yeah, I better add some zucchini because who knows if Chris is gonna have any of these. There we go. So here we go. This is Mediterranean chicken over couscous. I'm not sure what I'm gonna name it. Maybe as simply as Mediterranean chicken. I think it says it all. It's a bunch of ingredients here, all good and healthy. But I think this will taste really good, so let me give it a try. Well, hi, I'm Amy, and we're back in my little kitchen, so thank you for joining me. I'm kind of winging it on this recipe, so I've got my notes over here on my Amy Roloff's little kitchen cookbook stand. So I'll be looking at these for a little bit. If I forgot my glasses over there. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of make a Mediterranean chicken. I just felt like I was in the mood for it, and that's what happens when I do all of these cooking, videos and recipes. I feel like baking something. I feel like I don't do as many side dishes or breakfasts, which that is gonna take a little more planning. I gotta get into that. But I don't know, it's just, I felt like Mediterranean chicken. I don't know if it's because Chris's sister and her husband had the wonderful opportunity of traveling to Europe and Greece and going over there for, a few days, a week or something like that. And then just thinking about, what we're doing in our retirement. We're not quite there yet. I'm getting kind of antsy, but you can't. I almost feel like I just finished my junior year in high school or college, and I know I have one more year to go. Can I do it? Man, you can taste the finish line. You can see the finish line, but you still have to endure and, embrace and do your best in this next year ahead. Well, it's kind of like how I feel like in retirement. We're not there yet. I cannot retire early. I don't plan on it anyway. Because I don't want to use up all that I saved. And when I get to retirement, I'm like, oh no. Anyway, so I'm getting kind of antsy, but I have a little bit more to go. So I'll be looking for a job here soon. Something that I like to do, I'm passionate about, or whatever, besides making these cooking videos, to get me to that finish line, to get me to that retirement. What does that have to do with Mediterranean chicken? It's because Chris and I would like to do a little more traveling, maybe not overseas, but definitely within our own country. Anyway, so we're making Mediterranean chicken. I debated whether just to do this in a sheet pan or in a saute pan, but I've decided to come over here and do it in my cast iron because it's a little deeper, and I don't know, I just thought cast iron would sear my chicken a little bit better. We're gonna marinate this chicken, and then we're gonna get together with all of the other ingredients, which isn't much. But a lot of this stuff may take a little more prep, but this is really gonna be an easy dinner to put together. This was only 3 chicken breasts, and I tell you, they were huge. So this is probably a little more chicken than Chris and I need, so we'll be having leftovers. So it really depends on how big your chicken breasts are. Let me get my salt and pepper here. There we go. Hopefully I just filled this up. Hopefully I have enough. I think I have enough salt. I hope. Anyway, I'm gonna make slits in this chicken because we're gonna stick some garlic in it to get some of that garlic flavor. These were huge garlic pieces. I mean, look at that big garlic clove. I mean, I usually don't get them that big. Usually they're, kind of like this. you know, regular. I mean, I call that regular. But rarely do I get, you know, a clove that big. So I was pretty excited. So we might just take this one. Here, let me. And then I'm just going to kind of slice it into some pieces. I think I can get 4 out of here. Let me do one more, because my hands are going to be touching the chicken. Okay, so we're going to do that. I don't know why this lemon is here, because I already got this going. Okay, so we're just going to make, oh yeah, it's fine enough. And I'm just going to stick maybe 1 or 2 in there, because we're going to marinate this chicken. I mean, preferably I'd love a couple hours to marinate the chicken, but I don't have that amount of time. Make sure I get the slit big enough. Okay, there's that one. So I'm just going to do one little slit. And because I cut these in half, I'm only doing 1. I probably could have done 2 of them if I kept it whole, but I didn't think that far ahead. Oh dear. Okay, I need a couple more garlic cloves here. Hang on here. Okay, there we go. Oh, I can smell the garlic. I'm just loving it. Okay. Okay, hopefully I didn't cut that in half. Okay, and just one more. We got 2 little pieces for this one over here. And you're just doing little slits in them. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands before I get into the salt and pepper. Yeah, I really like Mediterranean chicken. I mean, I've had it at restaurants and stuff. It's got that nice, you know, spices in it. I'm doing a little bit of coriander, oregano, and rosemary. I'm doing a little bit of smoked paprika. There's probably other spices you can use, but these seem to be the most common, kind of. And I tell you, all I had was coriander seeds. Oh, you guys, the aroma of just trying to crush these seeds as best I can. Oh, it smells so good. So let's get some salt in here. Because we definitely, you know, want to season our chicken. Hopefully that won't be too much. A little bit of pepper. Okay, and then I've got this big bag. You could put it in a dish if you want. I just grabbed this bag. So what I'm gonna do is, where's a spoon? Oh, I guess I do have these here. Hang on. Let's see, do I feel comfortable with this? 1 small lemon, juiced and zested. This is about this. I added a little bit more because these pieces were so big, but typically, I'm not sure if I want all of this, but typically, you know, some of your chicken breasts may not come out this large. You know what, I'm just gonna dump the whole thing in there. Mediterranean is all about that fresh, zested lemon. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna add in, I don't know, maybe about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. That'll be good. Oh, it smells so good. And then we are going to do, I'm going to do maybe a half a no, not a half a tablespoon. I'm going to do like a half, whoa. My oregano went all over the place. I'm going to do at least a half a tablespoon of oregano in there. Because I did half a tablespoon, I'm just going to do a half, well, no, 1 teaspoon of, you know what, I'm measuring this out. You guys, I'm doing all of these recipes. It's almost like I don't know how to wing it anymore. That's really disappointing to me. And I'm going to do at least, oh dear, about a teaspoon of coriander. I am doing a little bit more because these chicken pieces are so big. Okay, I did forget my smoked paprika. Hang on for just a second. Okay, here I go. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna do a little bit of smoked paprika. Get in there. Okay, this is good. This is good. And then I'm just gonna do a splash of balsamic vinegar. A little more acidity. Boy, I hope I can get this thing open. A little more acidity, but it also has that rich, just a hint, a little sweet. I think that's about enough. And here we go. We are gonna put in our chicken pieces. Hopefully I have enough salt in there. All the air out. So this is our marinade for the chicken. It'll help tenderize it. A flavor, definitely. So I just want to make sure chicken gets all rubbed into all of these flavors in here. Hopefully the garlic pieces stay in there. Okay. I'm just gonna rinse this plate off. Oh, here's a garlic. And I'm just gonna rinse this plate off, put the chicken on here. Then we're gonna get going on the rest of the ingredients for this lovely dish. Okay, you guys, I think I'm ready to go. We're gonna head on over here because I decided to cook this in my cast iron pan type of thing. So our chicken's been marinating. I'm hoping it's been a good, gosh, at least 45 minutes, so that's good. So, oh, a garlic slipped out. Well, that's gonna go right in with everything. And then I've got everything prepped. I have the tomatoes, and I decided to mince in some garlic with the tomatoes. Let me finish these. I was gonna turn on my fan because I'm afraid it's gonna get smoky in here, but hopefully not. And then I decided to put in some chunks of zucchini. I thought that would be good. So we're just gonna cut it in half, cut the half in half, and we're just gonna add, because I don't want the zucchini to be mush, so. And then I decided, why not? Let's add some artichoke hearts in there. This is gonna be adding a lot of flavor and some red onions here. We're gonna go ahead and zest up the remainder of this lemon that I had left over in the fridge and zest it. We're gonna still add in a little bit more coriander just to get those herbs and those spices intermingling with the rest of the food. And then I'm even gonna add in a little bit of crushed pepper, just to give it a little bit of spice. So, I don't know, you know what? I may just go ahead and do the rest of the zucchini. I wasn't sure if I only wanted half, because my pan is heating up over there. Okay, there we go. And then I have my wine, about a half a cup of chicken broth and a quarter cup, maybe a half a cup of wine. That's gonna mingle in with the chicken too. So let's head on over to the stove. I have all of my stuff here. So this is my little working area. I don't know if you guys get to see a lot of that, but I think I'm gonna go take a photo of it. Okay, here you guys go. I left the pan going way too long and my fire alarm has been going off. So hopefully we will make this work. I'm gonna add in the chicken here. Okay. It is hot. Which is all a good thing, because you want a hot pan if you're gonna sear it. And the thing is, this is kind of only on low. Okay. Once we sear the other side, we're searing our chicken right now. I want to get a nice sear on it. We still got the garlic in there. And then we're also going to add a little bit more of the marinara sauce, because it will cook in this very hot pan once we flip it up. Not the marinara sauce, the marinade sauce. Okay. Now these chicken pieces are going to take a little longer than anticipated because they're so big. Okay, I'm hoping you are seeing this nice char. So we're getting that nice sear, that nice char on there. Okay. Okay, that's about enough of the marinade. I've got this pan on really hot. Let's see what happens. Okay, I just have to remember, you know, the thing I got to remember is not to touch the pan. Okay. All of this can go. There we go. Oh yeah, it's getting there. Okay. Whew. I tell you people, my fire alarm was going off. Welcome to Amy's little kitchen. Okay, this has probably got about another 3 minutes to go, because I did put some liquid in it, so the other side won't sear as much, but it will still sear because this is a very hot pan. Okay, phew, now that I've got everything settled down here for a little bit, I've turned down the heat because now we're going to go ahead and simmer this, braise it in some more liquid. So I've got a little bit of chicken broth here. This will calm down because it's only on simmer. I have a little bit of wine. And I'm not really used to cooking with a cast iron, so I think it really retains the heat well. Just gonna do a little bit of lemon zest of this remaining lemon. I just love lemon in food, just lemon chicken and capers. Oh, it's just so good. And I want to make sure I get all of this. I got the lemon juice. Here we go on that one. And we're just going to let this braise for a little bit before I add in everything else. I will go ahead and add in a little bit of this garlic that's left over. I put the rest of it in with the tomatoes. And let me see here. What am I telling you in my directions? Of course, I've got to add in a little bit more of my herbs. So a little bit more oregano. I'm going to add in a little bit more coriander. Add that in with the juice and the braising, so that'll incorporate those flavors once I put the lid on this. And then I'm going to do a little bit of salt. Because even though we had the salt in the marinade, you want to make sure everything else is salted too. And then we're going to add in the Kalamata, whatever. These kind of olives. Starts with the letter K. We're gonna add in a little bit the onion, the zucchini, the artichoke hearts, and the tomatoes and garlic over here about the last, like 3 minutes or so before we take the lid off and incorporate all that. Okay, let me put the lid on. Oh, we're gonna let this simmer for a little bit. It's not the best lid, but it's the best lid I could find. Okay, I'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Okay, the chicken's been braising here for about 10 minutes. I think it looks great. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add in all of the other stuff, like the onions, the zucchini, the artichoke hearts. I drained those a little bit. And then the tomatoes and the garlic. I'm gonna wait a minute on the olives. So here we go. Nestled in on some of these juices. There we go. Okay. Just sprinkle in a little bit more oregano on some of the vegetables area. A little more, I tell you, I love this coriander. Just add a little bit. And then we're gonna warm up these olives. Get those dispersed. Then we're gonna sprinkle this all with chopped up parsley when we're done. So this is what our Mediterranean chicken looks like. I'm just gonna put this lid back on and just let this simmer for about another 5 minutes. And then we should be ready to go. And I have couscous over there. I thought that would be good just to serve it over that. So, yeah. Okay, you guys, we are ready to dish up. Now, the one thing about this dish is I did add olives in it. And Chris doesn't like olives, so I told him he can just pick them out. Okay, look at that. Doesn't that look great? You guys, I almost have to take a picture of it. I am serving this with a little bit of couscous. Because I just thought that would go well. Now you can dress up this couscous. I figured there is a lot of lemon and garlic in here, so I didn't do anything with this. But quinoa is a great one. I think I have a recipe over there at Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen with a mixture of rice and quinoa. I think that would go well with this, but I decided to do a little bit of couscous. So I'm just putting a little bit in here, just a little bit. A nice salad. How about if you don't put zucchini in here, because you can really make this your own. If you don't like zucchini, don't add it. Add something else. If you don't like artichoke heart, don't add that. I think a nice little crunch on top of this would be pine nuts. I think that would go well. A nice green salad with like a little bit of cucumber. And if you want a little bit of that, I'm not gonna say this right either, that takiki, like little dressing, cucumber dressing over a nice, a little bit of greens, that would make a good salad. Or, I almost touched it. So you can play with this. And then I thought some pita and hummus would go great here. Let me get rid, oh yeah, wait a minute. I want to chop up a little bit of parsley. Just to give some freshness to this dish. I tell you, I think having my smoke alarm go off kind of set me off my game. It's just because I didn't have the fan on, and I let the pan sit there and get too hot too soon. So anyway, we're just gonna move this over here. Okay, so I've got some of this. I'll get my, guess I can use this same spoon, but you know what? I think I'm just gonna put a little chicken on there. And then just get some of these nice, wonderful veggies. Just kind of put it around there. A little bit with some of the juice. Oops. There we go. A little bit, some of these tomatoes got another tomato or two. Oh yeah, I better add some zucchini because who knows if Chris is gonna have any of these. There we go. So here we go. This is Mediterranean chicken over couscous. I'm not sure what I'm gonna name it. Maybe as simply as Mediterranean chicken. I think it says it all. It's a bunch of ingredients here, all good and healthy. But I think this will taste really good, so let me give it a try. I know Chris is upstairs. I think he's on a phone call. Let me try some of the veggies. It's amazing. The couscous really balances this out. And by searing the chicken, these were big chickens. And then braising it a little bit, the chicken is moist and tender. I can tell because I by cutting into it. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. You can taste the lemon, which is awesome. And then the garlic too. Give this a try. I think this is really, really good. It was not that hard or difficult to make. A lot of it is just prepping your ingredients and depending on what you want. But it's really about adding the lemon, the garlic, some of the herbs like oregano, a little bit of rosemary. I didn't want to overpower it with rosemary. That's why I didn't add it again the second time. Just oregano and the coriander. Oh, so good, so good. So check it out, this Mediterranean chicken dish over at Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. And check out my YouTube channel, which is Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen too. Subscribe to it, you'll find a lot of videos. You'll find a lot of videos and other things that are going on over there, plus the recipes. So thank you for joining me in my little kitchen. So keep gathering around the kitchen table with family and friends.